CarolJo's. I am Carol, the owner and creator of all things on CarolJo's.com. Jeez, I do not know why, but YouTube is a little bit darker today than normal. So we've got YouTube going and I have TikTok going. So just to let you all know, I go live 6 days a week on TikTok. I go live 4 days a week on YouTube. The times that I'm live at the same time on both social medias is when we do chat times and when we do tutorials. I go live on TikTok only for my bead sales, and I go live on Facebook and TikTok for my jewelry sales. My schedule is Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. Friday, anywhere's after 12:30 p.m. And I go live twice on Fridays on TikTok, once for jewelry sales and once for bead sales. And Saturday, I go live sometime between 10 and 10 a.m., 2 p.m. Well, hello, Brandy. So that is my schedule. And so today is tutorial day. And I am doing a simple tutorial, the beginning of it all. This is actually like one of the first things that I learned. Hi, Rose. Hi, Chris. When I was learning to do jewelry, and that is a stretchy bracelet. Hi, Olive. So I'm wearing one of my stretchy bracelets today. This one is a Swarovski bead, but I'm not going to do Swarovskis today. I'm thinking I love using glass pearls, so maybe I'll grab some glass pearls and we'll do a glass pearl bracelet. It's a very simple bracelet with the glass pearls. I do not put any accents. I actually just use the same bead all the way around. And we can do some couple different ones. We'll have time for more than one bracelet. But what I want to talk about as part of getting ready for it is the supplies that you will need for making a stretchy bracelet and that type of thing. And god dang, I have two ring lights on, and for some reason, there we go. Maybe that'll be better. I don't know why YouTube, you guys are dark. So, but anyways, the supplies that you're going to need. You'll need stretch cord. I buy my stretch cord in a big honking large spool. And I think there's like 10,000 meters or something like that in this. It's big, it's large. I run a small business making jewelry, so that's why I buy a big one. You can buy it in smaller than this. I do happen to sell the stretchy if you are interested. I sell the 0.8 diameter is the size of it. That I do sell, and it comes like 10 meters for $2.50 or something like that. I can't remember. I'm not trying to plug for you guys to buy. I'm just saying if you need it, I have it. But the stretch cord, I'm going to show you here. It's clear. You can buy it in colors. I just always get the clear. So we have clear stretch cord here. This one is 0.8 diameter. So that's 0.8 of a centimeter. So let me see if you guys can see how big. There you go. You guys are going to be able to see that. So that is it. You can buy it in 0.5. You can buy it in 0.7, 0.8. You can buy it in a 1.0 or a 1.5. You can buy it in different sizes. I use different sizes for different things. Most of the time, if I have a average size bracelet weight, I will use the 0.8 more times than not. It's just what I use in my go-to. If I am making the bracelet that we call the 3-tier bracelet, where you are passing through the center bead twice, using the 0.5 works the best for that one. On average, the diameter of your hole of your bead is 1 centimeter. No, sorry, not 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter. This is millimeter, not centimeter. Holy bodololi. Sorry. There we go. I'm just going to tell everybody, I don't do other people live when I'm doing tutorials or bead sales. So just letting you know, I was getting the requests and I was declining them. And it's not that I don't want to, it's just that during this time, I just don't do it. So So it all really, really depends on the size of what you're doing as to what size you need. If I have some really heavy beads, I'm going to go for that 1.0 millimeter. If you have questions about that, please, both on YouTube and on TikTok, put them in the comments and I'll answer your questions as we're going through it. So I'd rather you guys ask questions so that we can all learn together. So I do this. Hi, user 143 Guadalupe. I hope you're doing good today. I did not have a chance to grab my bead stopper. That is the other tool that I use. This is a bead stopper. You can buy it where they have little pieces of like the rubber or whatever covering these to make it easier to grab a hold of. But I just use these. If you notice, there's springs that you can open when you push those together. Let me show you over here. You go like that, open it up. What you do is you put your string in between two of the cords, and that's your bead stopper. My favorite color, Jacqueline, is actually sage rose. So yep, so that is how we put on a bead stopper. Now, I go and I put up, or I cut off about 12 inches when I first start doing this. Now that I've been doing it for a while, yep, or not sage rose. Oh my Lord. Thank you, Rose, for putting that. It's sage green. Holy, what is sage rose? The 24 gauge elastic wire, I do not use elastic wire. I am not the person, Andy, to ask how to tie off elastic wire. Oh, goodness gracious. What a question. What a way to answer that question with the wrong color. I am a green girl. Green is my favorite color and sage green is my favorite. Whew, not rose. That's more of a pinky color. You guys can all laugh at me. It has been a long day. So anyways, I cut off when I'm doing my projects about 10 inches, but that's because I've learned how to tie it. And you should see the comments over here on TikTok. They know my color. And they're like, we've never heard of that color and yeah, change colors on us. I don't actually use a loom when I create. I have never used it. I will teach you how I tie off the cord, the stretch cord that I use. There are other people that use elastic. Elastic is a different style or different type of cord that's elastic. It is, and I don't know how else to explain it than more of like an interwoven type pieces together to create that elastic. And it's not something I prefer. There are others that do use it. So yes, so yep, and there are special knots, and I'm trying to think. Zuli will show you. Okay, I'll have to see. I've never tried it before. So with the elastic, there's a specific type of knot. Zuli does it. Hi Jade. If anybody over here on TikTok can say someone else that does that knot, let me know. I love it, Jade. So I always have a ruler and I just measure to what I need. I'm going to do the 12 inches tonight because we're learning. And I'll show you how you'll have extra and it actually helps you out. So I literally am just measuring off and I have 12 inches there. Now I need to get rid of my ruler for a second. Ugh. And the other thing that you will need is hypo cement glue if you are a gluer. I am personally a gluer. There are some people that don't believe in gluing, but I do. Whew. We're going to make stretchy bracelets, Miss Joya. I'm going to use glass pearl beads today. So I use this. So the only other thing that we need is our beads. I'm going to grab some from behind me I do not sell the glue. I actually just go on and find it from different areas wherever it is the cheapest when I Google it. I buy like 4 to 6 of these, I don't even know what they call these, tubes at one time. So about once a year, I just go out and find where it's cheapest at when I need it. In all honesty, that's how I buy it. Okay, glass pearls. I gotta find some here. Hold on. I know that they're hey, we have the purple glass pearls right here. We're gonna do purple because that's the first one I saw. So we have all different color shades of purple. I'm just gonna grab one shade, one size, and make a quick bracelet. Let's do this one. I'm going to point you guys down. I just grabbed it because it was there. I'm going to point you guys down so you guys can all see my bead mat. You should be seeing the bead mat. What it means for YouTube is that I am not able to see comments right now on YouTube. I have a backup of my TikTok, so I can see comments on TikTok. All right, we're going to take some beads and put them on the bead mat. And I am just going to string pearls. When I do glass pearls, I just use one color and make a simple bracelet. And it is one of the easiest bracelets, but it turns out, to me, the glass pearls are just elegant. So that's why I like using them. Sometimes with glass pearls, you will have one end that is completely open and one end that is not. I just take my bead reamer and then I get it going. But my bead reamer is not in my bead room tonight. It is actually being used downstairs where I have employees working, and they've been using it. So if we have one that doesn't go through, I'm just going to grab another one tonight. But they are going through pretty good. And you just string on those on the beads. So yesterday, I did a video for Tip Tuesday that was mix your textures. This bracelet does not do what I was saying in my video. But I want to do another bracelet that is not glass pearls, just to show you how, you can make and do different things to have different textures, different looks, that type of thing. So our next bracelet isn't going to be a simple bracelet like this one. Okay, that one doesn't want to go through. After I said I was doing good, then all of a sudden I hit a couple that weren't good. All right. So here we have strung these. I do not know what length it is, so I need to get my ruler. I just measure them. You can use a bead board. I only have 7 inches, so I'm going to want more than 7 inches. And with the, being a 10 millimeter size bead, if you want a 7-inch bracelet, you're going to probably have to go to like an 8-inch bracelet to get that 7 inches. When you use a larger bead, the inside diameter is taken up a little bit with the beads. And so you're going to want to make it bigger than what you, the size of it. Hopefully that makes sense, everybody. Okay. Holy buckaroonies. I went to like almost 9 inches. Let's take one off. We'll make a bigger one, but not like overly large. So I'm going to, this is my left hand. This is my right hand. Over here, left hand, right hand. All right. So what I do, I'm going to back up a little bit so both of you can see this. I take my left hand string, I got my string in here, and make an X over the right hand. So it is like this. I take what's now on my right hand and wrap it around and bring it up through the center. Pull it together, but you don't have to pull it close. At this point, you just need to bring it together. Now, I'm going to take my right hand and put it over my left hand and bring it in that center hole right there. You'll see I've put that in the center hole. And now I'm going to pull it tight. And I sit here and go tight, tight, tight in my head. Yes, I have broken my string pulling on it like this. So there we go. We have our knot. I will take on each side of that knot, Jade, and I will tug on it and make sure, you see, that knot stayed. So I've got each side, I'm tugging on it, the knot stayed. That's good. Some people will say that's what they do. They will use a different knot and then they will hide that knot inside the bead. I don't do that. That isn't my preference for it. This is how I end it. I will take my hypo cement glue, and you'll see you have a little tip and the glue will come out of that tip. But get your tip down in where that knot is and just put a dab of glue right on top of that. As I say, see if you can see. Woo! I'm doing this at an angle, so it's kind of hard. I just put just a dab of glue. I'll let it go. I set this down. I will leave these overnight and cut those off. But because we're live, we can wait a half an hour and then I will show you how to cut those off. So about 8:38 my time, we will cut those knots off. Okay. That was a very simple, easy knot and bracelet style. I love Joy. I love that response. Thank you, Jessie, for the follow on TikTok. So if you're new to me on YouTube, you can go ahead and subscribe to me, follow me. I go live 4 times a week over here on YouTube. TikTok, if you're new to me, go ahead and follow me. And I do go live 6 days a week, 7 times here on TikTok. Hey, Karen, how are you doing? Now, I said we're going to make more than one bracelet. So this one to me is what I call a simple bracelet. We used the same bead and didn't have really a pattern other than repeat the same bead. Hi, Rosie. Now, I'm going to grab some other beads and see what else we can put together here. All right, I got to figure out colors. I'm trying to think, what do I want to make? I want something different than I normally grab. You know, I don't do a lot of browns. I wonder if we should do some brown. I honestly do not do a lot of brown. So let me grab brown beads. Here we go. I got some brown beads. Let's see what we can find in here that we're going to like. I like this one. So here we have a faceted glass in like what they call champagne-ish color, beigey brown. I'm going to do that one, I think is what I want. Let's see what else we have. I don't know if I want another, I want a darker brown, I think, but I don't know if I want a chocolate brown. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe I want a totally different color. Ooh, I wonder what these would look like together. I am going to, we have a glass bead that has a metal cage on it. Let me see what these look like together. Yep, I'm wearing my Swarovski crystal bracelet. Ooh, and I think a silver bead in between of some sort. That might look really cool. So let's try these together on a stretchy. Get some silver. Just going to use some little silvers. These are 3mm silver beads. So once again, I'm going to pull off 12 inches and cut it off. One thing I don't know if I told you when we did it before, I always just pull my stretchy. It's been on this circle tube. It's kind of formed to it, and we want to get that out. So go ahead and give it a couple of tugs. This one is mine. I've had this one for many years. All right. So now we're going to just try our pattern. I'm going to do a 3mm. My stretchy is 0.8. I'm going to put on that faceted glass bead. I'm going to do another of the 3mm. And now we're going to put on that bead that has the wire stretched around it, like a wire netting. And we're going to do a 3mm. And then the faceted again. I do not double my strings when I use stretch cord. There we go with our pattern. I'm liking that. It was on the beads. I received these beads. Let me think about where I got them at. Let me see if it says on here. I got them at Michael's. And they were not inexpensive beads. And they are sometimes hard to get strung because you have to hit it just right. So it might take me a moment to get this one to go. I was going to say, oh, they're not too bad, but they're expensive for what? It's just a glass bead with the netting over it is really what it is. And they do have them in different colors. When I do this next one, when I go to tie it, I am going to bring up both of the phones, the camera part here that we've got, so that you guys can see the tying a little bit better. When I have them pointed down, it doesn't always focus the best when I'm trying to do the knot. So on the next one, I'm going to bring up the camera so that you can see that better. Uh-oh, did somebody say a no and I missed it, Miss Jade? And I couldn't get Miss Alexa to play music for me tonight, so we are on silence. Well, come back here, little bead. Uh-oh, I missed it. The small 3mm are a silver plated bead. I do bead sales. For those of you that are new tonight, I do bead sales twice a week at least. I usually do them on Tuesday nights and on Friday nights. And last night I did have the 3mm spacer beads for sale. I'm really trying not to be salesy tonight and teach you guys how to make something. And I feel like all I've talked about was selling. Sorry. I think she is on strike. Because I said it like 5 times to her and she wouldn't go. Okay, we need another one of these. I think my typing, I have to type at my full-time job on a screen with everybody watching me. Do you know how hard that is? Let me just tell you, it's not fun. Pull the plug. All right, I'm going to measure how much we have here. This is going to be another big one. This one is an 8.5. So I'm going to bring you guys up now. So hold on just a second. Let me put away my extra ones. I don't have one tomorrow night, Gladys. I'll have one Friday night. Today is Wednesday. Uh-oh. There we go. We are up. Whoops, I need to plug this phone in. He is almost out of a charge. So I'm glad I saw that just now. So Friday nights, I do my bead sales at 7 p.m. It is a different time than my normal ones. And it's because I don't want to be on TikTok after dark. Hi, Sunrise Sky. How are you doing? Thank you, Satrina, for the follow. So, okay, so this is our pattern. See how it's much easier to see when it's up, at least for me it is, than when we're down and trying to get it to focus. So this is our bead. To me, this is going to be kind of really cool. I know everybody says, hi, Mia. So all that different texture on there, I love it. I love, love, love that. And we went to different beads than we normally use. All right, so I took, I took off the bead stopper. So I got to go back up a little bit so everybody can see on both devices. So my left hand is this one. My right hand is this one in mine. I think it's backwards for you guys on TikTok, but that's the way it is. I take my left hand, go over the right side on the top, and then go through the hoop. Yep, we have a tutorial tonight. And then you pull it close, but not tight. The larger one is 10 millimeters. The smaller one is a 6 by 4 millimeter, or maybe a 6 by 5. As I say, I think everybody else can hear. Do you just need to go out and come back in, Mia? And you can't hear me say that. Yep, it's a stretch bracelet. Then we're going to take our right side and go over the left and go through this hole. So we have the right over the left and go through this hole and pull that tight. So you're really just making 2 knots on top of each other and pulling it tight. Now you want to check to make sure that our knot held. Thank you for telling her. And then you see how I'm pulling with that? I'm holding each side and pulling on it, and it's working. So then we get out our glue, because I'm a gluer, and put a dab of glue on that knot. And let it sit. Hi, Jamie. I literally will let that sit at least a half an hour before I cut them off. We still have 10 minutes to go on our other one before we can cut that one off. All right. What other color should we make? Because we're going to have time to make like 3, maybe 4 of these tonight. Yes, just a stretch bracelet tonight is what I'm doing, Sunrise Sky. Thank you. Give it a go, Nails. You need coral. Let me put away this brown. Hold on. I'm trying to keep my beads separated here, so that it'll be easier to put away my trays when I'm done with the live. I do, just to let you guys know, I go and put away all my trays after the lives. I may have them out while I'm on the live, but at the end of the live, they're all done. Yep. You have a great night, Sunrise. I go back, and if you know me, I will repeat some of the beginning classes. Oh, thank you, Marlene, because we all need to learn it if we don't, and we have new people all the time. So I will repeat them. Okay, and I put away the silver and I kept out some. She would like coral. Let me see if I can find some coral. I might not be able to reach it is the problem. Holy, I just looked at my hair from the back and I have some grays up there. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we have in here. All right, we're gonna bring down these trays and see if we got some corals in there. There isn't a coral that I say coral. Ooh, okay. I know it's not coral, but I found a copper. Where do I get my trays at? I have gray. I saw gray. I purchased them a few years ago, and the company that I purchased my trays from was bought out by Michaels, and Michaels doesn't sell the trays anymore. But you can go on Amazon, you can go, just search in a Google search and look for, I'm gonna hold it up here. It's bead storage solutions. And that is where you can do it. So this is the color. It's more coppery than orange. I want to use that one. I know this is a glass pearl, but let's try using a glass pearl with some glass beads and see what we find, okay? So that's that color, and I'm thinking with these bead storage solutions, yes. So here's what the bead looks like, and it is really more copper than orange. I don't know why this is turning out orange on the camera for both of you, but it's a different, you're welcome. And let me see, what color should I put that with? I'm wondering if I should do blue. Like a sea blue. Ooh, maybe this. Let me see what these look like together. Hi, Lucy. Yes, I do. So there is, I'm thinking that blue. Ooh. We are making bracelets here, stretchy bracelets, Claudia. So I'm picking some beads for this next bracelet. Oh, a lime green with, I think with the lime green, that would be cool. So let's see what we can find. I don't have a lime green, but I have a different green that I want to try. How about this green? No, we're not spilling our beads. Okay, bye, Lucy. I think that'll be cool. Okay, so those of you that are new, when I hit 10K in likes and 10 shares on TikTok, we do a giveaway. We hit that. And so we are going to do our giveaway. Yes, Marlene, I do organize my trays by colors and by the type of beads. So if like that was green glass that I just grabbed, all my green glass are together. All of my green gemstones or the crystal beads are all together. All my polymer clays are together. All of the acrylics are together. Porcelains are together. Pearls, the glass pearls are all together, and pearls are together. Yep, I'm going to do blue. This is the colors that I'm going to pick for this bracelet. So we've got green, blue, and the coppery color. So that is what we're going to do for color. But we're going to take a pause before we do that bracelet, and we are going to, in the chat, we're going to put a number. The number is going to be between 1 and 50. Over here on YouTube, you can do it too. So go ahead and comment in there, different numbers. And you guys, since it's a bead, we're making with beads tonight, we're going to do bead soup. A number between 1 and 50. Whoever gets it right will get their choice of a bead soup color. And I got to grab, oh, I did grab that. And I am looking to see if we're going to get a winner. All right, we have a winner here on TikTok. The winner is Monique. Hi, Monique. Welcome. The number was 32. I'm just writing down your name so that I can put your in there and I don't forget your name. So congratulations, Monique. You tell me, did you want the purple bead soup mix? So we have different kinds of beads in there. This is the purple bead soup mix. Bye, Claudia. And here is the yellow bead soup mix. Which one would you like, Monique? Yellow. Okay. You got that. All right. And I believe I do have your information. So I think we're good. So I can mail that out. If you don't make a purchase with me and you are a winner, I mail them out at the end of the month. Just to let you know. You don't have to purchase to be a winner. I just need to have your mailing information. Which if you're new to winning with me, you just go in TikTok, you go to that CJS logo at the top, CJS logo at the bottom, and then my bio, you'll see a link tree. Yep. We are making a bracelet with glass beads right now. I do not make the glass beads. I am too chicken to do that. I don't work with fire. But I was going to say, just fill that form out if you're new to me. Joya, you're cracking me up. I'm going to point you guys down so that you guys can see what I am making, okay? So let me point you down. There. And there. So you will see, whoops, I don't have my beads all spilled out. I am going to spill out a few of the blue. I've already got the coppery color orange. And here's our green. And then I have some silver plated 3mm. So I'm going to just do a 3mm, the green. It's a half plated. So it's half plated on one side. I'm going to show you guys this bead. So it's half plated on this side. Ooh, we can't get that one to focus. There we go. And then it's the transparent on this side. That is a cool bead. I'm loving it. Jade is potato Jade. And if you upset Jade, she'll throw potatoes at you. Then I'm going to put the blue bead on. And then I've got the 3mm going again. And then I want to do the green. And then I'm going to do the orange coppery color with a 3mm. So I'm putting a 3mm between each one of these. So our pattern is that. You can make them in any order you want. I am just showing you what I am throwing together tonight. I made bracelets this last week for our subscriber live where there was just one focal bead. You can do however you want to put them together. You can gain inspiration from lots of different things. The size of beads that I'm using in this one, besides the 3mm silver, this bead is an 8mm faceted blue. These are round faceted blue. This is a round green faceted that's half plated and half transparent. And that is 6mm. And then this coppery orange one is a 8mm glass pearl. So I hope that helps you out with what kind of beads we're using on this one and the sizes. If we get to 2K or 20K, I'm sorry, 20K likes before I end the live, we'll do another giveaway. Thank you, Teresa, for the follow. Thank you, Lisa, for the follow. Whoops, this one's going to be green. I'm watching comments and I got to watch my colors too. All right. There we go. Awesome. We do all kinds of fun things in here, Lisa. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, we will actually have chat time where we just sit and talk about anything you would like about making jewelry types things. We will also, anything you would, if you are a small business owner, we talk about running our small businesses, whether it be something about like shipping or about websites, about, products, whatever we need to have questions on that we just want to run by the group, and we all talk. So tomorrow night will be chat night. Friday at 4 p.m. Central will be a jewelry sale time for me where I will sell jewelry that I've created. And then at 7 p.m. on Friday, we will have bead sale. Then that's on Friday. If I said Saturday, I meant Friday. Every once in a while, do you guys ever get glass beads that just stick together? Sometimes it works to break them apart by just taking your pliers, your flat nose pliers, and just press in between the two beads and they'll come apart. Sometimes it doesn't work. This Friday's bead sale is going to be what I'm calling a little bit of this and that. It is low quantity items that I've either had up for sale before or someone claimed them and they didn't pay their claim. So it's just a little bit of all different kinds. I have some gold plated 3mm, I believe they are. I've got all different sizes and shapes of beads, whether it be gemstones, the crystals, or it could be glass. There is all kinds of beads to be had. I think there might even be some chain in there too. Then Tuesday night will be all new beads. I'm going to grab somewhere between 25 and 40 different new items for next Tuesday night's bead sale. Oh, I probably have them in the collection of items up for sale. You can ask, I was going to say, Jade tells you that I have lots of different beads, and they're all different styles. There'll be lots of rounds. There will be some faceted, different shapes. Let's see, we want to end our pattern. Now, one thing I want to talk to you guys about ending is you're going to want to, when you create a pattern, when you create it with Stretchy, you want your pattern to go in the full circle. So in this case, I'm going to end with the glass pearl here because I started over here with the silver plated and the green and then the blue. And that completes our circle around. So you want to be looking at your design when you're doing that. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys up. What size, Lisa, of light blue beads are you looking for, though, too? That's another question. I sell anywhere from 4mm to 10mm is the norm. I will have every once in a while 12mm and sometimes a little bit bigger. But if it's in that 4 to 10, I probably will have some. All right, so here is our pattern. I'm loving that. That is just a bright, like, okay, anybody follow Zuli? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you follow Zuli. There's a reason why. Okay. I will probably have those. I need to turn on my internet on my backup account because it keeps freezing on me. There we go. Reason why I'm saying, are you guys there? Did I lose you for a second? The reason why I was asking if anybody on TikTok follows Zuli, Zuli's challenge this week is tropical colors. Nope, it isn't. Nobody called me. I don't know what happened. But look doesn't that look tropical? by Zuli's questions. So that's why I had to ask if anybody follows Zuli and knows it. It was a total fluke that we have something I can post for Zuli. I don't post them. I'll make them. I just don't post them all the time. Okay, once again, we have left hand, we have right hand. Left hand goes over the top of the right and forms an X. See how I have my X? You take the one that's over here on your right side, pull it all the way around and come up your center and bring it together. Close, but not tight at this point. You don't have to do tight. Then do right hand over your left hand and make an X. And you see how you have a little loop hole there? You're going to bring it around and bring your tail through that loop. And then when you pull it tight, now we're going to take and make sure my knot held. We're going to pull on it. We're going to pull on it. There we go. It worked. And it's tropical. And I'm excited. That was not my intent to do tonight. All right. I'm going to put a little dab of the hypo cement glue on it. If you are a gluer, hold that down and I'm just going to let that dry. Now I need to put my little stopper back in. If anybody works with hypo cement glue, you will know that this isn't always the easiest. So my advice to you guys is when you are making up a lot of these stretch bracelets, just let them sit for a little bit and glue them all at the end of the night or the end of when you're doing it. Awesome, Joya. I even have glue all over my finger now and I still don't even have it in. I did good on the first 2 times that I did that. I don't know. Somebody's got to have more beads than me. There we go. I got to get that glue off of my hands. So what you see behind me is just a little bit. I'll show you here on TikTok. If you go all the way over here is where my bead starts. I have 8 foot high. So it goes from the floor to my 8-foot ceiling. And then I go all the way over there. So I have 4 different, let me get you straight again, rows of them. That's my bead collection. But I've also, we talked about this the other night, I have been collecting beads for 19 years. So I'm going to put away my beads into their containers really quick. I got to grab my silver. I'm going to put my silver away. And then I'm going to show you how I cut those off. Okay, I would really love it if someone would say you have more beads than me. I really would. I really, truly would. You can say it and not mean it, and I'd be okay. I've been making jewelry for 19 years. I started as just doing it for fun, and then I started doing it as a business. Somebody, please. I love it, Lisa. Thank you for saying that. But it's 19 years of collecting. I know. Oh yeah, I think we need to go back to it because we have new people and we all need to learn. We will always do that. So you will see right here. This is the first one that I did tonight. So it has been sitting for over a half an hour. So what I do is I actually have a pair of these scissors that has a little point that I can get in there. I will push these 2 sides down and get into this with my scissors and cut off one of them as close to that knot without cutting my knot. So we got one side off. Wow! Now we have that other side, so I'm going to get in there really close. See where I have the knot just right above that? And I'm going to cut this off. Just cut it off. And do you see how we do not hardly even see the ends of that? And that's how I end mine. I don't hide my knots. I don't sit there and do that. I have worn this bracelet on a ton of lives. I don't think anybody's been like, where is the end? And I'm going to find it. But that is really, truly my preference. And it doesn't have to be your preference. That's why I don't hide the knots, is that I don't think people really sit there and look for it. But there it is. This one is a little bit big for my wrist, this purple one. But that is a stretchy one that we did tonight with just a purple glass pearl. It is, to me, these are elegant. It needs to be smaller for my wrist, everybody. Sorry. But to me, they're just an elegant, simple bracelet. Oh, yeah, we make it all the time on here, Jeannie or Jenny. We love making jewelry here. And if you ever see, if you would go and look for Zuli Bella Boutique, which is, I'm going to put it in the comments here. She does once a month. And it's all together, but I can't ever get it to do it together and like let me send it to you guys. But Zuli does once a month tutorials, and there will be bead jewelry like where we're doing tonight, different types of beads. She will also have people come on and do the macrame style with the knots. We have had somebody make their sun catchers for your window out of with a picture frame. We've had she's done, I believe she did her bead helping to help you get your bracelets on and such. She's taught that. They do different things, and it's great that there's a community here that we can all learn with. So I'm not the only one that teaches it here on our little community, and I would like to shout out to others that make. You know, there are some that are on here tonight that have taught. So that is literally what we are about, is really truly supporting each other, being a positive environment for us to all come into and be able to watch each other and grow together and support each other. So that's my shameless plug for our community, because I love our community. All right, so I'm going to take and cut this one off too, because this one's been at a half an hour. So once again, I'm not going to cut both of these at the same time. The reason why I don't cut both of them at the same time a lot is because then they're going to usually be a little bit longer. You'll have a little bit longer on them because they're not straight across. So just go in there and cut one side off and cut the other side. That's all you do. But I use one that has a pointy end so I can get in there really good. I'm not going to cut this one off yet because he has not been a half an hour. But I usually let mine dry overnight and just cut them the next day. Okay, so can we take a poll? How many of you guys glue? When you guys are making your bracelets, how many of you guys glue? I know Zuli glues, but she also does not use the stretch cord. Michelle glues. Chris does too. Okay. So a lot of us glue. Do you guys let them overnight dry? Nina, hello. Yes. I use hypo cement glue. Gia's hypo cement glue. This is what I use. I've seen, there is a lady that is on Facebook, and I love what she makes. Her name is Candy Cooper, if I remember her whole name. But she uses super glue. And I'm like, I don't mean to laugh about it, but like, she has gone on TV to teach people how to make jewelry. She's been like on jewelry TV. She's been on Bead Babbles, and I can't think of the third word. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Have you seen her use super glue? And I'm like, oh, honey, no super glue in my head every time I see her. The reason why I say no super glue is because the super glue actually eats at the stretchy cord. And yep. And so that's the one thing I would say is no super glue. You can use different types of glue. I just say no super glue. Oh, Oh, Paige, you've done it with E6000. I have never done it. I can't get it in there, tipped in there good. If you can share your technique, that would be glue. Yes, I put glue on my knots because I just want that added security. But as you saw, Always Yarning doesn't use glue. And there was someone else in here that, Lisa sometimes, and Olive lets them dry overnight. Okay. So yeah, oh, she's using E7000 now. When I've watched her, she's always grabbed that super glue and I'm like, no. I was going to say E7000, if that one is, I'm trying to think about, there is one of the numbers, and it might be B7000 or B6000, that is meant to be a beading one. But I just use the E. It works too. But not everybody glues, and that's okay. It's totally gluing, hiding your knot, and all of that is a personal preference. So, like, literally, when I hear, one of the things that I want you guys to understand is I'm not going to sit there and say you can't glue, and I'm not going to say you have to glue. It's a personal preference. There's going to be few and far between where I say, yink, don't do it. Off the top of my head, there are two things right now that I'll tell, or three things. I'll tell you three things that I'll be like, don't. One is super glue with your jewelry making. Hello, Twisted Willow. Number two is do not use micro crimpers if you are using the wire and doing crimp tubes. And the third thing is when you do use crimp tubes, always use sterling silver. Do not use gold, or do not use silver plated. Those are the three things that I will give you advice on and say, don't do this. I don't do it a whole lot, but those three were the three that I can tell off the top of my head. And those of you that have seen me for a while, I don't usually tell you not to very often. Well, and the thing is that they may tarnish, but they also, the sterling silver will adhere because it hardens and adhere to the wire and keep your wire intact in that crimp tube, whereas silver plated doesn't harden, and so it will slip out faster. That is the biggest reason why is sterling silver. When you start working with it, it hardens it. Crimp tubes are little tubes. I do not have them on my bead table, and I'm surrounded by trays of beads from doing tonight, so I can't go grab them. But crimp tubes are like, I use a 2mm size crimp tube that is sterling silver, and you fold it in a U to begin with, and then you smash it together. So you've worked with it and hardened it it will go around the wires and hold the wires when you are doing bracelets that have like a toggle clasp on them when you use wire. And I'm trying to see if I have a wire bracelet over here, and yep, I do. And what I mean by wire are these types. So the crimp tubes are right here. And then you've got the toggle clasp, but these are on wire. And then you have, here's another one with it. So you got the crimp tube right there. So yep, so that is, and I'm going to see if I can get this so you guys can see it. So you'll see how it's all smushed together and you see it in the center, but I have one wire on one side and another wire on the other side. And that just hardens it and holds it. And we can do a class in the next week or two on how to do the wire bracelets. I'm okay teaching the basics again because every few months we get new people in here and want to learn something new and that they haven't learned before. So that's why I brought in tonight the Stretchy, is that we always have to go back to our basics. Yep, I will put that on our calendar. This Saturday at 12 o'clock, or not 12 o'clock, I'm sorry, it's 10 o'clock. Saturday, 10 o'clock Central, we are going to take the spiral twist that we did the other day, and we are going to put loops off of every one of like what would be the blue color. So we're going to do that. I'm actually working on the bracelet and creating the base right now, and then having it all ready for Saturday. It's going to be Halloween colors. So Miss Jade, maybe you'll like it. it is going to be black and white in the center, and then it has orange on the outside. And then our loops are going to have the orange, the white, the black, and I'm going to bring in some purple. So that is what we're going to work on Saturday. And I'm working on, we did put the tutorial for this one out on YouTube, but it's like this style and maybe down. I am working on doing one where it is from the top down, so you can see, like, if you're working on it, kind of what it looks like. And so as I'm making that center tube that I'm working on right now, I am recording that to put out on YouTube for you guys to watch it from a different angle. So yes, you are not the spooky weird. And I'm like, if that's supposed to be weird child, I don't think you are. I have a niece, as I've told you, Miss Jade, that Halloween is her favorite holiday. She prefers it over Christmas, Thanksgiving, every other holiday. We get together on October 31st. So if we ever have a live on October 30, or not October 30th, on October 30th, I may never have a live, or it might be a little later. We have a family pumpkin carving so that we can carve pumpkins for her house for Halloween. So the whole entire family gets together and carves pumpkins for her front lawn. Her house is always decorated in Halloween year round. So we've grown up that that's just the way it is. She loves the holiday. Her bathroom is it's like black and Halloween themed. So yes, we love being able to take and be outside the box. We do not have to be all about that. And that's why I decided I'm going to do a Halloween inspired one now. Also want to think about, and another reason why I do this is you always have to think ahead of the holidays and be prepared if you're someone that sells. So you know what? You can be making Halloween right now and get prepared for when October comes. And that's okay. Think outside the box and have fun with it. Oh, I didn't even know that. I'm like, weirdling. Is that how you pronounce it? Thank you, Susie, for the follow. So for all of you that were commenting, I didn't see them all, but I'm so loving you guys interacting together over here on TikTok. That is truly what we love about this community. And I'm trying to get us to the 20K, but we're not there yet. So I'm gonna hop off here pretty soon. So I'm gonna do a giveaway. Ah, cool. Well, okay, so good thing we're just going to do one because I want to do one. And like I said, last night was an awesome night of sales. I was so happy and I'm so thankful for each of you. So we do not have anybody over here on YouTube. So I'm going to close down YouTube's live. So just give me a moment. So I want to just say goodbye to all of you on YouTube, and we'll be live at 8 p.m. Central tomorrow live with the chat time. Have a great night.